Genuinely, things can only improve from here. Hi, welcome, come on in. My name is Aoife and today I am going to take you through all of the books that I am putting on my summer TBR. For the last year or so, I've made kind of seasonal TBRs where I've picked out books that I definitely want to get to over the next couple of months, and I have tried my best to fit them all in. As you've seen in my spring TBR wrap up, doesn't always go to plan. But I have got some very high hopes for this one because these are genuinely books that I have had on my radar for such a long time. One of these books has actually appeared in another seasonal TBR already, so this is now the perfect opportunity to take it off. First one on the list is Take a Hint, Dani Brown by Talia Hibbert. I read Get a Life, Chloe Brown about a year ago by now, and I really enjoyed it, but I haven't actually read the other two books in the trilogy yet. This is probably my best chance to get them ticked off. So the second book in the trilogy follows the middle sister of the Brown sisters, Dani, who goes into a kind of a fake dating trope with the security guard at the building in which she works. I don't know that much else about it. I know that it has quite a lot of good representation in it. It's got characters of color in it. It's got bisexual representation because I know that Dani Brown is bisexual. There's so much that I want to find out about this book, and I know so many people who have read it and have absolutely adored this book and love the rest of the series, so I genuinely want to get my teeth into this one. Next on the list is one that I'm going into relatively blind, but it's an author that I have read and that I have loved so many times that I cannot see me going wrong with this one. It's called Life's a Beach and it's by Portia McIntosh. I haven't spoken a lot about Portia on my channel yet, but I really love her books. I've read about 4 or 5 of them by this stage. I do not know a single thing about what this book is about, but as soon as I saw Portia's name on the cover, I knew that this was a book I wanted to read. Plus, I can kind of take from the title that this is going to be set at the beach. During summer, best time to read it. I always try and put at least one reread on these TBRs, and this time it's going to be When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandhya Menon. I haven't read this one since it came out first, but I have got the other 2 books in the companionship somewhere back there. I want to get onto those, but even though they're not very tightly connected and you don't follow the same character in the same books and there are slight differences to each of the books, I think they're just set in the same universe. But I would still like to go back and read When Dimple Met Rishi so that I can restart the series with a completely rejuvenated mind as to what the book is all about. So as you can tell from the title, this book is about Dimple and Rishi, who are in a kind of an arranged relationship by their parents, in that their parents have kind of set them up to marry each other. But Dimple doesn't really see that life for herself. She actually has more aspirations to go into STEM. She wants to create a app. So she goes to this kind of summer camp for people who are interested in working in STEM, and she kind of wants to go there and learn how to develop her app and to pick up some more skills. But Rishi is sent there by his parents with the specific goal of finding Dimple and getting to know her better. Next book on the list is The Brightest by Helen Huang, and this one was already on one of the TBRs, but I didn't get it around to it. I genuinely want to get to it this time. I think this is going to have to be the second strike. If I don't get to it, I'm really going to be disappointed in myself. This one is about Kai, who is the cousin of Michael from the first book, and he meets a girl from Vietnam who is sent over from America to find a better life for herself, and I think they get into a kind of an arranged relationship as well. I don't know a whole lot about this book, but I have read the first one, The Kiss Quotient, and I really enjoyed it, and I know that there is a third book coming out in the series in the next couple of weeks, I think, so this is definitely the perfect time to get picking up this one. The next book that I would love to take off is The Right Swipe by Alicia Rai. I've had this one on my Kindle since about Christmas time of last year when I got them as a Kindle gift, and I haven't picked up either of the 2 books that I have in the series yet, but I think this would be a good place to start. This is the first book in the Modern Love series, so it's all about the trials and tribulations of dating online, meeting your partner online, ghosting, all those kind of things. I met my partner online, so I have a feeling that reading that's going to connect me to this book quite a lot. I don't know too much about the plot, but I am really excited to get this series started. The next 2 are ones that, again, I'm going into relatively blind. I know some things about the plot, but I'm going into them with very little information so that I can just go in completely fresh and make my mind up as I go through the book. So the first one is TheRehearsals by Annette Christie. What I know about this book is that it's a kind of Groundhog Day time loop situation where the two main characters are at the rehearsal dinner for their wedding and wake up the next morning again on the same day. I love time loops. I have read one so far that I really enjoyed, and that was In a Holidays by Christina Lawrence. So I would love to see another book where that is done as well, and kind of see if it's something that I actually genuinely really like or if I just liked it in that situation. The final book that I'm hoping to get to in summer of this year is The Split by Laura Kay. This one is an LGBT romance gone wrong. Basically, you have a breakup at the start of the book where the two main characters separate and one of them heads back to her own town. She brings the cat that they had adopted throughout their relationship. And I think it's kind of a fake dating relationship, kind of a beard situation with another guy that's in the area that she grew up with, and kind of rediscovering herself after a relationship breakup. So these two, plus all of the ebooks that I have mentioned, are on my summer TBR. Which one do you think I should start with? Is there any of them that you have read? Don't forget to like and subscribe because I have new videos up every week. Now, get on out of here.